Am I evil?
Worse, you're smart. You're smart enough to know it. But being smart doesn't matter if you don't do anything with it. Intelligence without action is just wasted potential. Like Rick always says, the universe doesn't care about your suffering. It's too busy expanding. You think the world owes you something because you're clever. Here's the truth. Nobody exists on purpose. Nobody belongs anywhere. And nobody's going to save you. Life's just a series of moments. And if you're not careful, it'll pass by while you're busy thinking you're better than everyone else. Reality check. Being right doesn't make you good. Being smart doesn't make you happy. And no one's gonna stick around to listen to you rant about it.
Keep it right in your head. Keep your thoughts good, not bad. Keep your thoughts decent, not indecent. Keep your thoughts full of faith and not doubt, because it is in your thoughts that is determined whether you will be happy or unhappy, whether you'll be healthy or unhealthy. The happiest person is he who thinks the happiest, most interesting, finest thoughts. And that is a fact.
Imagine for a moment, at the beginning of your life, you were given a human. And you were told, hey Drew, you have one job. For the rest of your life, you have to take care of this human. Most of us have not realized that that's our job. We finish our parenting where we were raised by somebody else. We go out into the world and we start looking for someone else to show up for us. But we are our human. The only person who's truly here to take care of Matthew is me. He's in my custody. And when you wake up in the morning and you say, what would I do today if I was taking care of my human? The answer is completely different to what we do most days when we beat ourselves up, when we put ourselves around toxic people or around people who don't treat us well. It's completely different. And what it makes us realize, and this is the big mistake, loving ourselves isn't a feeling. It's an approach. It's a job. You don't even have to like yourself today to love yourself. Liking yourself can come later with all of the ways that you make yourself proud and all of the things you do. Loving yourself today is your job. And we have to start taking that job seriously.
There's an ocean of pure, vibrant consciousness inside each one of us. This pure consciousness is called by modern physics the unified field. It's at the base of all mind and all matter. And they now say, modern science says, all of matter, everything that is a thing, emerges from this field. And this field has qualities like bliss, intelligence, creativity, universal love, energy, peace. And it's not the intellectual understanding of this field, but the experiencing of it that does everything. You dive within and transcending, experiencing this field of pure consciousness, and you enliven it, you unfold it, it grows. And the final outcome of this growth of consciousness is called enlightenment. Intuition grows. This field is a field of pure knowingness. You dive in there, you sort of just know how to go. You know how to solve solutions. It's like an ocean of solutions. The enjoyment of the doing, the enjoyment of life grows. Huge. People look like friends and not like enemies. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and it's us. That level of life, we are all one. We're one.
Can you teach your body emotionally what your future is going to feel like before it's made manifest? And don't get up until you feel that way. Now, practice that for a few days, And then see if you can stay in that state and watch all of a sudden all those weird doors start opening for you. Synchronicities, whatever they are. Number 2, take a time at the end of your day, before you lay down, and give thanks for your life. And just feel gratitude and really teach your body what it feels like. The emotional signature of gratitude. And gratitude means you're getting something. If I give you something that's of value, you would say thank you because you would feel it, right? So when you're receiving, you're giving thanks. So gratitude is the ultimate state of receiving. So then people only accept, believe, and surrender to the thoughts equal to their emotional state. So if you're in a state of gratitude, every thought's going to make it right down into your body. If you're saying, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, and your body's programmed in negativity, it's saying, no, you're not, no, you're not, no, you're not, that thought's going to stop right here. So as you elevate your state, there are about 1,200 different chemical reactions that go on in the body to begin to restore and repair the body in a state of gratitude. And so we've done the research to prove that. 10 minutes, and just feel it with all of your heart. That's it. Wow. Third thing, and very important, take time, whenever it is, sit down and close your eyes and begin to just open your awareness to the space around you and just sense it and pay attention to it and become more aware of it. The act of opening your awareness begins to reduce the stress hormones and creates more coherent brainwave states. I'm doing it right now. It's just a practice. It's just a practice.
Start every morning, write 10 things that you're grateful for. Send love to 3 people that bother you. Be quiet for 5 minutes and ask for guidance for the day. It's a winning formula.
Attention is being present. And it's a skill, just like golf or tennis. The more you practice it, the better you get at it. And you know when someone's present with you in your life because they're paying attention to you. And you know when they're not present with you because they're not paying attention to you. So now, what's the relevance of that? Well, there's an intelligence that's giving you life that's always present. And many people don't take the time to connect to it by being present, right? So if where you place your attention is where you place your energy, and all of your attention is in the present moment, you got a lot of energy in the present moment. Now think about this. When I talk about being present, I'm saying that once you fall into the generous present moment, according to the quantum model of reality, all possibilities exist in the eternal now. So most people, they wake up in the morning, they come back to their senses. Your brain is a record of the past. It's an artifact. It's a circuits of everything you've learned and experienced to this moment. So people wake up in the morning and they think about their problems. Those problems are connected to certain people, certain things at certain times and places. The moment they start thinking about the problems, they're turning on the circuits from the past. They're memories. All those memories are connected to emotions because emotions are the end product of past experiences. So that problem has the feeling of disgust, frustration, anger, judgment, hatred. And if how you think and how you feel creates your state of being, and thoughts are the language of the brain and feelings are the language of the body, that person's entire state of being is in the familiar past. And when you're in the familiar past, you crave the predictable future. So then what happens next? They come back to their senses, they sit up, they check their cell phone, they do their WhatsApp, they do their Twitter, they do their text, they do Facebook, they take a picture of their feet, they post it on Facebook, they tweet something, they check one email, they check another email, they check the news, and now their entire brain is connected to everything known in their life. Then they stand up and they go through a series of routine behaviors. They use the toilet, they go to the kitchen, have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, they go in the shower, they wash themselves the same way, they put on the same clothes, they walk out to the kitchen, they eat cereal with the same spoon, facing the same direction, they drive to work the same way, they do the same things, see the same people, they push the same emotional buttons, and they do this every day. So now their body is programmed into a predictable future based on what they did in their past, and they lost their free will to a program. And so now, if you're not getting up in the morning being defined by a vision of the future, then you'll be predictable in your life. You're left with the old memories of your past. So then, as I said, the stronger the emotion that you have some problem or person in your present reality, the more you're going to pay attention to that person or problem And if where you place your attention is where you place your energy, all of your energy and your attention is going to all these different people and problems and places. And now, every one of those people and problems and places has a neurological network in your brain. Throw in a little chemicals of stress, and now as you shift your attention from one person to one problem, you're activating those circuits. And if you're measuring a brain that's doing that, it's very incoherent. When the brain's incoherent, you're incoherent. So then, when I talk about the generous present moment, the person is sitting there and the body's going, well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. You normally get pissed off, you normally get frustrated when you're in traffic. And we're on a schedule here, and, well, you're not in traffic. You're sitting with your eyes closed. The body goes, well, let's just get a little irritated, right? And you make that person become aware that that feeling of irritation is the body craving that addictive emotion, and you settle the body back down into the present moment, and you unfold back into possibility. Every time you do that, you're reconditioning the body to a new mind, and you're telling it it's no longer the mind. You're the mind. And now your will is getting greater than the program. And then the body says, well, it's 11 o'clock. This is normally when you check emails and judge everybody that sends you an email. And now you're sitting and the body's looking to judge. And then all of a sudden you get images in your brain of your ex or your coworker or whatever. And all of a sudden you realize that that emotion is connected to them. You settle the body back down into the present moment, and you lower the volume to that emotion. And when you do that, you take your attention off that person or thing, and now you're breaking your energetic bond with everyone and everything in your life. Now you're calling energy back to you. Now that is available energy to heal. That's available energy for you to design a new destiny. And when that energy comes back, it's chaotic energy. Well, a person's going through this disturbance internally, and yet they're working with their body, and there'll come a moment. The body's the animal, just like training an animal. Sooner or later, it's going to surrender to the mind. And when it does, there's a liberation of energy. And now the person doesn't want to think about the predictable future, their familiar past, doesn't want to get up and open their eyes, doesn't want to go to the bathroom or eat anything. They're so happy in the present moment that they freed themselves from the chains of their own personal limitations. And the side effect of that is called joy. Joy is the absence of that habituation or that emotion that's been conditioned.
In any relationship in which two people agree on everything, one of them is unnecessary. Right? So it isn't about getting somebody who's just like you. In fact, your soulmate is the person that you have a lot of difficulty with. Your soulmate's the person you can't get rid of. They just keep showing up. You say this, they say that, and there they are, they're back again. And they never go away. They keep showing up in your life. And everybody has these people. These are our greatest teachers, because anybody in your life who can push a button and send you into a frenzy is the person who's your greatest teacher. You know why? Because they teach you that you haven't mastered yourself at this moment. You don't know how to choose peace. In A Course in Miracles, there's a wonderful line that says, I can choose peace rather than this. Whatever it is, I can choose peace.
The process is the goal. Not where you think you're going to go. The goal of having a life is to experience transformation from one state to another. The process is the point. As many people on your planet say, the journey is the destination. So live in the moment, stay in the moment, work with what's happening in the moment. That's the whole point. That's your goal, to be here now, not to get somewhere else, to be here now. If you simply allow yourself to be here now, you will find very quickly you will be some other now, much faster. Because it can only happen in the now. When you set your sights on too far of a future, you're not living in the now, and it remains where? In the future.